Hello everybody, hope you're having a fantastic day today. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Today I'm just going to show you how you can solo the EN06 Guardian bot with one magazine / clip. Let's get into it here. Okay, so first I'm just going to show you me doing this, and then I will show you the build and everything I used, and I just kind of wanted to try to explain it a bit here as we go. So, first things first is I would use a Psycho Buff or an Overdrive. I would even say Overdrive would be better. You don't have to use canned coffee at the beginning here that I am using, although it will make this go faster. You got to make sure you shoot him with the Syringer, which will lower his defenses. It says it in the description, and I do notice a difference. And then you want to pop a couple of super stim packs before you even start shooting him, and canned coffee if you want to. For the shield, you don't have to use canned coffee. It'll just make things a little bit quicker. And then you basically just keep shooting him with the build and the gun that I'm using, which I will show afterwards, and it will just absolutely destroy him. Now, definitely make sure you take canned coffee before you finish taking out his torso or his shield, or sorry, the actual Guardian, I should say. And get as close as you can as well, because I think getting closer with some of the onslaught perks I have on will do a little bit more damage. I definitely notice a little bit more as I get close to him. And yes, this is easier said than done. It will take a little bit of practice, and it does take a little bit of effort to get everything involved, but I'm going to show you right here everything you need. Okay, so starting with the build, just want to show you where my perk points are allocated. And yeah, again, sorry, there is no beginner build for this, ladies and gentlemen. This is kind of like an end game thing you're really going to have to work towards. I will link a video in the description that will give you a build that will set you on the right track to doing this, though. But yeah, sorry, no beginner build for this, guys. I just wanted to show perk cards that are very important with this, because you may want to switch up some things, but you definitely need Bullet Shield. I want to say Life Giver you probably don't need. It does not seem to be working right now with my testing. Test it for yourself, let me know. Field Surgeon is definitely a must. You're going to want this. And Ricochet, you're definitely going to want with this. Other than that, you could definitely switch this build up a little bit. I just wanted to show you what I'm using so you get similar results, right? And this is the Gatling Plasma that I'm using. Furious, Vital, VATS optimized conductors with the calibrated capacitor, rifled barrel, stinging core receptacle, reflex sight, and the accelerated nozzle. Again, easier said than done. I will link a video in the description that will show you the fastest possible ways to get these mods for this gun. Still easier said than done. It is a grind, ladies and gentlemen. Here is all the serums or mutations that I am using for this as well. And here is the power arm that I'm using. I don't know. I like the Union power armor. I'm sure a lot of people can do this with the Vulcan as well. But just, you know, if you want similar results that I had, I was using the Union power armor. You don't need Overeaters. It's a nice perk to have on there, or a legendary effect to have, but you don't need that. Troubleshooters is probably better if you're just going to mainly solo this. Overeaters overall if you're doing everything else. And Rejuvenators. Those two mods, legendary mods, are the two most important on your power armor for this. And a Big Guns bobblehead I was using as well, and a Tesla Science 8. Now I do recommend, if you want to get these on bulk, or get these in bulk, is to consult people on Reddit, and I will link a video in the description explaining that a little bit further as well. Hard to get those in bulk. Blight Soup, not so hard to get in bulk. You just, you know, go grab a bunch of Blight and you're pretty much good to make it with boiled water. There is a ton of Blight around the actual raid, so just keep that in mind outside of the raid. Also, I was using Psycho Buff, but like I said, I was a little low on Overdrive, so I would recommend you use Overdrive with this rather than Psycho Buff, but I did use Psycho Buff for the video. And the Syringer here with the Endangerall syringe barrel here, as you can see, reduces target's damage resistance by 25% for 120 seconds. And stim packs. If you're going to be doing this over and over again, make sure to get rid of any stim packs, regular stim packs and diluted ones. You only want super stim packs. I found this really made a difference for me. If I had any other stim packs on me, it was a lot easier for me to die. And canned coffee. Again, you can get this in bulk on Reddit. I will link a video in the description explaining that a little bit further. And keep in mind, this will destroy fusion cores. I'm going through about 3 or 4 fusion cores every time I do this. So when you use criticals in a power armor, it does deplete your fusion core charge. So just keep that in mind. You're gonna smash through fusion cores doing this. Look at that bar go down, just not good. Yeah, everybody, I thought this was cool, and I, thought I would show some people how to do this in case you want to work towards this. It's definitely beneficial for legendary mods and just good stuff. Let me know what you think in the comments as always, everybody, and thank you so much for watching. Have a pleasant evening.